former judge of Delhi High Court, retired Justice S.N. Dhingra, joining us on the broadcast. Thank you, Hina. Let me go across to Justice Dhingra. Thank you for your time, sir. Is this a pressure tactic, a way to weaponize impeachment and to intimidate the judiciary?
This is unprecedented, you see, to use impeachment proceedings to as a pressure tactics on the judges and to pressurize not only one judge, but it is in fact a message to entire judiciary that if you do not fall in line, if you do not give judgments according to our wishes, this is to what extent we can go. This is very surprising. You see, the judgment given is by a High Court judge. Here is a provision for appeal to division bench. Then there is provision for SLP to the Supreme Court. Then even if Supreme Court one bench goes wrong, you have curative petition, you have second curative petition. So many remedies are being available against a wrong judgment, if it is wrong in their eyes. Despite that, bringing impeachment move is a direct threat to judiciary. It is a threat to judiciary that if you act according to your conscience, if you give judgment based on facts, if we do not like it, we are going to target you, and not only you, any other judge who comes forward and gives the judgment according to his conscience or on merits or on the principles of Constitution. This is what the message is being given by these MPs who have written the letter for impeachment to the Speaker. And
let me ask you, sir, do you think the judiciary has been caught in the crossfire? The opposition wanting to, criticize just for the sake of it, because they don't like a particular judgment. Do you think it is because of the current political scenario, the intolerance? Is that perhaps one of the reasons why the judges, their judgments have become a reason to target them?
You see, judiciary has been, although ostensibly the MPs have been telling that we respect judiciary, judiciary is last resort, judiciary is the pillar of democracy, despite all these rhetorics, what I think is they pick and choose judges, that these are the judges who favor us, they are very good judges, these are the judges who do not favor us, they are to be targeted. Earlier they targeted Deepam Mishra only because he wanted to hear Ram Janambhoomi case day-to-day basis. They wanted that he should adjourn the case, and because he did not agree, they, you see, targeted him. Then they have targeted many judges in the recent past. The targeting of judges inside the court and outside the court has been there. But now targeting judges by the parliament, see, by moving impeachment, is maligning the entire judicial system.
Absolutely.
Actually, it is overstepping by the MPs. How can they even move this petition when there is remedy available? This remedy of appeal is available to them. And despite that, they have brought impeachment motion only not only to target the judiciary, but to target their electorate.
Yeah, and that's the reason, why I asked, has the judiciary today been caught in this crossfire? Because just a couple of days back, when the CJI spoke about the issue of illegal Rohingyas, and he asked a pertinent question, can illegals be given the rights of the citizens of the country? An MP from the opposition, from the TMC, said such statements are being made by the judges just for TRPs. That's the kind of commentary that is happening outside the courts, outside the parliament. Is it not unfortunate? And what kind of a message does it send, sir?
Yeah, I would say it is mean on the part of such MPs who bring forward and pass these comments. They show their level, at to what level they can fall. That for their own ends, They can target any judge, any institution. This kind of fall of our parliament, of our MPs, is unthinkable. But nobody would have ever thought about 50 years back that a judge can be targeted by impeachment proceeding in the parliament because he gave a judgment. And see, giving judgment on the ideological basis is not something new. Justice Krishna Iyer was the first judge who was a communist, appointed, he was a cadre of Communist Party, appointed as judge, and he gave judgments according to his inclination. And those judgments were, you see, upheld when he was in High Court. Even in Supreme Court, people did not target him. That, look, you are a communist, that is why you are giving communist-type judgments. This kind of thinking, which has now entered into our political party, is dangerous. And it is dangerous for the republic of this country. It is dangerous for democracy. They started targeting institutions one after another. First they target Election Commission of India. Now they are targeting Judiciary. They have already targeted investigating agencies.
Right.
And this kind of targeting is actually not lowering the image of Judiciary, but lowering their own image.
But you know, one more question, a follow-up question to what you said about the ideology of a judge. Can a judge surpass evidence available in front of him? Can a judgment be given purely based on ideology? I mean, in this particular case, and I'm purely talking about the Kartigai Deepam case, the judge in this case, G.R. Swaminathan, said that the Dargah has not objected, that there is no objection coming in from the Dargah as far as lighting the Kartigai Deepam on the Deepatun pillar is concerned. So the primary objection should have been raised by those whose sentiments the opposition claims are being hurt, or that disharmony will be created.
I think your question itself is, you see, something wrong. Even if Dargah has objected, let us assume that Dargah has lighting of lamp can, because of the objection of one particular sect, the other sect can be told that, look, because that sect is objecting, you cannot perform your ritual.
No, I mean, in that case, one would get into one would then get into the arguments being presented by the Dargah as well. But in this particular case, the opposition is targeting him, saying that this will create disharmony. There are no visible signs of that at the moment, but they're already jumping the gun and saying this would create some sort of an unrest.
You see, this is entire political motives. With political motives, this political move has been made.
All right.
There is no issue of constitutional propriety. There is no misconduct on the part of the judge. They cannot say that judge got corrupt. They cannot say the judge has no capacity. Despite no ground being available, moving this petition for impeachment or removal is something unheard. You see, you cannot target a judge because of a judgment. You have right to appeal.
Yes.
Go and appeal.
Yes.
You have right to
exhaust your legal rights first. Exhaust your legal rights, that the opposition in this case has not done. We are also joined by former Chief Justice of Patna High Court, Justice L. Narasimha Reddy. So please enlighten us if you've ever come across such an incident happening in the past. Tell us how do you want to react to this development of an impeachment motion against a judge because of the judgment?
It is rather unfortunate, and it is in fact unprecedented also. It appears that the signatories of that requisition are feeling that the judges are their subordinates, and they are the one who to assess the performance of the judges. And here the reasons are very clearly visible. It is not a case where the judge is alleged to have done anything brazenly wrong and all that. It is a series of orders. It is not something which has developed overnight. The matter was going on for the past several months and years, and he passed an order. as our honorable panelist has just now said, if the remedies are always open to the division bench of the High Court or the Supreme Court, but to threaten a judge and hoodwink a judge with the proposal of the impeachment is totally unheard of it, and it is very, very dangerous to the democracy. You may recall, the Justice Jagmohan Lal Sinha has set aside the election of Mrs. Indira Gandhi. They had full majority, and that was followed by emergency also. Even in those very unfortunate days, nobody thought of impeaching a judge. At the most, the judges were transferred from one place to another if they did not toe the line of the government. That itself was treated as brazen, and they had to pay the price for it. Now, here is a case, just for the sake of an order which is passed in a routine manner, they have gone to the extent of initiating the proceedings for the impeachment, and they have also addressed a letter to the Chief Justice for taking action. This is rather unfortunate, and it is a very dangerous signal.
Absolutely. In fact, Mr. Reddy, let me then ask you: is this because of the political scenario in the country? Is this because there are elections taking place in the state of Tamil Nadu? And it's extremely unfortunate if elections are going to decide the move of the opposition. Like you said, and like your previous speaker was saying, this is unheard of, this is unprecedented, that such an impeachment motion is being brought against the judge for the judgment. But let me go back to Justice Dhingra for a very quick comment as we wrap up the debate. Justice Dhingra, and I earlier asked you this, what kind of a message does this send to the society? If a judgment does not come in your favor, start targeting the judge?
This, you see, I think in the mind of right-minded people, this will send a message that our MPs have gone berserk. And then the common man, you see, those who do not understand Constitution, they can say we can target judges. This is both ways. See, some people can say if judgment doesn't come in our favor, if MPs can target, our representatives can target, why cannot we target? So that is the wrong kind of message which goes to the common man.
Okay.
Or of course, right-minded people who understand the Constitution, they will think that the MPs have gone berserk, those who have moved this petition, and this move should be condemned.
Justice Reddy, the opposition in this case, and in the court, the DMK, is citing previous judgments in the same case to say that previous judgments are something that are being overturned by this new judgment. Is this completely unheard of in this country? Has this never happened before for the opposition to react in such a manner?
With their maturity, one or two persons or the local government people may be having some grievance about it. But those in the politics for past several decades, they should have thought about the matter and exhibited their maturity. But the short-sightedness exhibited by them does not help them. On the other hand, it would prove to be very, very detrimental to not only to the judiciary but also to the politics. Drifting of the politics to such low level will not be good for a mature democracy like that of India. I think all the good-thinking people will denounce such unfortunate developments, and the things are set right at the earliest.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you for giving us your time. Thank you for throwing more light and sharing your perspective on the issue. With that, we are slipping into a very short break. There's a lot more lined up on the other side.